Hello, I just had a real estate education with Uncle G. I'm Ria, and here are my 35 lessons learned from today's real estate education. Start small in real estate. Number 1, real estate has been a game changer for Uncle G. Number 2, most of the money is made in the cycles, on the downside. On the other side of an economic expansion, we're clearly going through one of those right now. Number 3, his recommendation is the minimum investment we should be doing is 16 units. Number 4, if you can do small on your first deal, you can do 16s and 32 units, but we got to get you started somewhere. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, and 4 units. 5, why? Because number 1, it's easier. It's easy to learn, the down payment is negligible, there's less complication in the management, and the opportunity exists because of the economic shutdown. 6th lesson, the first stuff that gets in trouble when we are in contraction, such as with COVID-19, where we are in the cycle of going down, with 40 million job losses at the time of this video, which was released in June 2020, the first thing that's going to be hurt are people with 2 units, 4 units that paid too much. Number 7, the cycle may take 15 to 20 months to go all the way down. Number 8, start creating assets in real estate. Number 9, kids are coming out of school and they don't know the difference between assets and liabilities. Number 10, the kids don't know the difference between making money, earning money, using money, leveraging money, spending money, and debt. Number 11, we have kids coming out today that don't know the difference between debt, consumer debt, and business debt. Number 12, the deal. A Lake Worth, Florida house, a single-family house with 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The selling price is $59,900. It used to be $200,000 asset in 2002. You can't change real estate, it's all recorded. Now the bank wants it to go away, so you can make a deal with no money down. If the rent is $1,350 per month, so let's do the math. The payment on $60,000 at no money down times the rate factor of 0.0525, the factor of Uncle G is usually either 0.0615 or 0.0625 or 0.0525, and it all depends on the market. What that means, that's the interest rate. So at the making of the video, the rate was around 5.25 or 0.0525 because the rates were low at that time. Now the payment to the bank at $60,000 with no money down is $3,150 or $3,150 per year or $262.50 per month. Plus you have to include the private mortgage interest or PMI since it's 0% down. Now, if you self-manage and the tenant is responsible for all utilities, which includes electric, gas, lawn, and internet, that $1,350, which is the rent, minus $262.5, which is the monthly principal and interest that you pay to the bank, equals $1,100. $1,100 per month. You multiply that with 12 months, now your income is $13,200. So you will be getting $13,200 from your tenant. In year 1, you made 4 times your money. $3,150 that you pay to your bank is P and I. $1,350 times 4 is equivalent to $12,600. Now get a tenant and wait for several years. Give it 18 months. Go to the bank and refinance. One day, that house will be worth $150,000. So if you have it appraised, and it may appraise for $150,000 after several years. Now you get a loan, and the loan that you try to get is 50% loan to value. So that means you'll have 75,000 loan or mortgage and 75,000 in equity of the house. So 150,000, which is the appraised value, minus 75,000, which is your refinance, minus 59,000, what you owed to the bank 18 months ago. So you have $16,000 cash out refinance, which is tax-free. 16,000 is the money you walk away with, plus the 12,600 you made year after year from the rent. So 16,000, which is your cash out refinance, plus 12,600, which is your rent for the year from your tenant, equals 28,900. You got all your money back. So this return is called infinite return. 13th lesson. Now you can do this 10 times, 100 times. 14th lesson. Learn how to create wealth for yourself and your family. 15th lesson. Interest-only mortgages. The principal and interest at 3 to 5% down payment is for residential market, and this usually applies to the first 10 assets in 1 to 4 units. Commercial is anything above 4 units. You start putting 20 to 30% down. When you get into 35 to 50% down payment, you can go to commercial lenders, and that would be life insurance companies, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and you can request interest-only loan. 16th lesson. When you do a bigger deal, such as 67 million, and you put down 27 million or 40%, and you're financing 40 million, the principal is not required because you are prepaying the interest so heavy upfront. Number 16, you can get clobbered if you over-leverage that deal. 17th lesson, DCR or debt coverage ratio. It is equal to net operating income divided by debt service. He recommends never go above 1.25. Your DCR should be around 1.2 to 1.25, which means if you have 10,000 debt service, you need an income of 12,500. You need a net operating income of 12,500. 17th lesson. The biggest problem in real estate is not doing deals and putting too much debt in a deal. 18th lesson. You don't want to lose money in real estate. 19th lesson. You don't want to lose the deal. 20th lesson. Deal. He put 350,000 down payment and made $5 million in 47 months. Now Uncle G took that $5 million and did a 1031 exchange to a $15 million property. 1031 exchange is deferment of taxes. Number 21. You do not build wealth with work or with talent. Lesson 22. You build wealth with assets. 23rd. He bought his airplane with real estate. 24th. You need passive income. You need wealth. 25. The kids getting out of college are getting minimum wage jobs. 26. Anybody's concern is not minimum wage. You need wealth building vehicles. 27th. You want freedom for your kids. 28. The deal. There's 18 units and the selling price is 2.6 million. It's 145,000 per unit. The net operating income for that 18 unit is 147,000, and the average rent for the 18 unit is $875 per month. The last time it traded was 10 years ago. Now Uncle G recommends to find out what the previous owner or what the owner bought the deal before, such as 10 years ago. Now when you buy the property, get a tenant and put a 2 to 3 year lease on it. Now to do the math, so if you have 18 units at 875 average rents per month, that would be 15,750 per month. So multiply it by 12 months, and that would be 189,000 gross income if fully occupied. If 70% occupied, your gross income would be $132,300. Now to get the cap rate, that would be net operating income, which is $147,000 divided by the asking price of $2.6 million. So that would be 0.056, and you multiply it by 100 to get to a rate. So that would be 5.6 cap rate. Now what Uncle G recommends is to offer and get it at $2 million purchase price. So if you purchase at $2 million, so your cap rate would be 7.35. So that would be a net operating income of $147 divided by $2 million purchase price equals to 7.35% cap rate. Now you put $600,000 down payment, or 30%, with a debt of $1.4 million from the bank with a 5.25 interest rate. Your debt service is $73,500. So with the 18 units, you multiply with our average rent of $875, and you get $15,750 per month, or $189,000 gross income if fully occupied. If 70% occupied, that would be $132,300 per year of gross income. Situation A, $132,000 gross income if 70% occupied minus the debt service of $73,500. Your net operating income is $59,400. To get the return is $59,400 net operating income divided by $600,000 money down. That would be a return of 9.9%. Situation 2, $151,000 gross income if 80% occupied minus the debt service of $73,500 equals $77,700 of net operating income. To get the return, $77,700 net operating income divided by $600,000 down payment will give you 12.95% return. Situation number 3. If fully occupied, your gross income is $189,000 minus your debt service of $73,500 with or equals $115,500 net operating income. To get the return at full occupancy would be $115,500 net operating income divided by $600,000 money down, or your down payment, will give you 19.25% return. 29th lesson. Why don't you do 4 units 10 times with an average rent of $1,000 per month per each unit? So that would be 4 times $1,000 times 12 months to do it 10 times. So you'll have $480,000. $480,000. Now let's say you operate it at 30%. So your operating expense is 30%. That would be $144,000. So 480 times 30%, or 480,000 times 30% is $144,000. So your net operating income is $336,000. And how is that? 480,000 minus 144,000, that is 336,000. That is your net operating income. Now, let's say you find a buyer with 7% return. So you have a $4.8 million of assets. How did we get to that? Net operating income divided by your return. So in numbers, 336,000 net operating income divided by 7% return. So you have $4.8 million of asset, or a selling price of $4.8 million of assets. 30th lesson. When cap rates go up, the values go down to get the 10% return. When the value of the property goes up, the cap rates go down. What is cap rate? Cap rate is the interest rate that you get if you paid the property full asking price, at full price, using cash. Cap rate is the interest rate that you get if you paid the property at cash, full cash. 31. Typically and not always, lower cap rates are better properties. 32. You need time. 33. You need to graph your assets. 34th. The assets build the value. The value of the assets themselves, and they go up over time. Number 35. You can't fake a lot of things. You can fake a lot of things. You cannot fake real estate. I hope you learned something. Take care and God bless.